took me to the well-worn territory of the orange spongies. It was murky there, unknown and yet known. It was a place I'd not visited before in this lifetime, but the territory was familiar. The land of the orange spongies is ripe with wet, juicy tears. The tears pour forth in a wet and juicy stream from my eyes, from my nose, from the parts of me that are not to be spoken of. I long to take you into the same territory, but know instinctively that you are not willing or able to go there now. The orange spongies for you is so fresh and familiar, so ripe for the plucking, and if I lead you there, I fear that neither of us would return unscathed. The orange spongies is a place where old stories fertilize the soil. Old stories go to the orange spongies to be put to bed, put to rest. The orange spongies knows nothing of old stories. There, a new story is told by the moment. Sinners are very uncomfortable in the orange spongies, not because they are not welcome there, but because they have no name there, and this lack of a name leaves sinners feeling uneasy. Lovers and seekers are always welcome in the orange spongies. Sound reverberates in the orange spongies. One can be heard calling out there, calling out to one's namesake, calling out, crying out, yearning. The orange spongies is where sinners go to be renamed. If you live out your old sins in the orange spongies, or if you relive the sins that have been sinned against you, you'll find these stories hold no resonance there. The orange spongies reverberate sound. Sounds beyond ordinary sound. Sensations beyond ordinary sensation. Sounds and sensations comforting to the soul. The orange spongy zone is a guilt-free zone. But the funny thing is, after you visited there, your old stories, the ones you were not yet able to leave behind there, creep up quickly to remind you that it makes good sense to feel guilty about having visited the orange spongies. These old stories will squawk away indefinitely, as much as is necessary, in order to prolong your return there. But I have something to say to these old stories, these naysayers of yours and of mine. The orange spongies doesn't care at all about you. Squawk away. For the orange spongies cannot be caged. The orange spongies is irrepressible. It knows not of limits. You, the old stories, need to know that you can't even make a dent there. The orange spongies is alive and well and waiting. And while we may be able to walk each other up or down towards the gates of the orange spongies, it is there that we will have to part. For the orange spongies only allows solo visitors. And a word of caution. Once you cross through those gates, the gates that lead into the orange spongies, it is impossible to return unchanged.